In this lesson, I will show you how to create a new workbook. I briefly mentioned this in the first lessons, but I'd like to talk about it in more detail. Each time I start Excel, I'm presented with this screen. From here, I can select the template my workbook will be based on. It's important to understand that all workbooks are always based on some template and are created according to it. Even when you want to create a simple blank workbook, there is the blank workbook option, which is a template. It's just a template without any data predefined, and that's why it is called the blank workbook template. I'm sure the concept of a template might not be clear to you at this moment. That's understandable, and you don't need to worry about that right now. I will explain the templates in another lesson within this series. For now, what I want you to remember is that every workbook is created based on a template. Just keep that in mind. So, if I want to create a simple blank workbook, I will select the option blank workbook, and as you can see, a new workbook is created based on this specific template. And because this template is empty, the workbook that has been created is also empty. Now, if I'm already in Excel and I want to create a new workbook, I will do this from the File tab. I will open the File tab, and then I will select New. From here, I need to select the template on which the new workbook will be based on, whether it will be the blank one or anything else. I will scroll down so that you can see that there are also some categories here that contain, these categories contains various types of templates. I will dive them deeper in this shortly. For now, I will scroll up to select the blank workbook again. A new workbook named Book 2 has been created, so now I have two workbooks open. The first one is called Book 1 and the second is called Book 2. In this way, from the File tab, I can create as many workbooks as I want based on whichever template I choose. I will now try to create a new workbook based on a different template, not the blank one. I will open the File tab and choose New. I will scroll down, and from the suggested searches, I will select Business. Now it will show me all the available templates for this category. Keep in mind that depending on internet speed, loading this list might take some time, so sometimes you have to wait a bit for this list to load. From the templates displayed, I will select one by clicking on it. You might need to wait here for the template to download again. Sometimes this might take a bit longer, not only because you might experience a slower internet speed, but because Microsoft's servers might respond slower. Anyway, once this process is complete, I can proceed by clicking on the Create button, and now a new workbook based on this template has been created. I think it's obvious that using a template can save me a lot of time and work. Even if what's presented here is not exactly the result I want, I can simply make some changes to adapt whatever this content is to my needs, which is easier, of course, than creating all this structure from scratch. So what the template actually does is that it has some things ready for me, so that instead of having to create everything from scratch, I can rely on something that already exists and work from there on. Note that the workbook's name this time is not Book 3, but has the name of the template on which I based it, plus the number 1. Of course, the name of the workbook can change when I save it, but until then, Excel gives a temporary name based on the template name. Since there are so many ready-made templates in Excel, the best way to find templates related to what I need is to use the search bar. I will open the File tab, I will click on New, and here you can see the search bar for online templates. I will now click inside the search bar, and I will type, let's say, invoice, because I'm looking for invoice templates. I will press enter here. Excel will search and find all the templates that have the word invoice in their title. I will click on the first option, and I can see a preview of what this template looks like. If I don't like it, I will click on the arrow to go to the next one, and I can continue until I find the one that suits me best. Let's assume that this is good enough, so I will click on Create to use it. What I primarily want you to remember from this lesson is that from the File tab and the New option, I can create a new workbook that must be based on some template. If I want a blank workbook, then I will create it using the blank workbook template. Otherwise, I can search for a template that suits me and then adjust it to better match my needs. You will see more about templates in the following lessons, and for those of you who are working professionally with Excel, you can see much more about templates in the advanced level series of Excel. That's all for this lesson. Thank you for watching.